The best known, most visited, most parodied work of art in the world. Yet most people's first reaction to seeing it in person is, I thought it'd be bigger. There's likely a 0% chance that the first time you see the Mona Lisa is in person. Most of us have grown up seeing pictures of the Mona Lisa, or at least variations of it, and most of us have been underwhelmed by it. Yet, it's one of the most famous paintings in the world. Ask anyone and they likely know what it is. But why? What makes this seemingly average, kind of weird painting deserving of its world-class status? It is believed that the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci between 1503 and 1506. It is widely speculated who the subject in the painting actually is, adding to its mysteriousness. The most popular and supported answer is that da Vinci was commissioned by Francesco del Giocondo to paint a portrait of his wife, Lisa del Giocondo. In Italian, Mona is a polite way of saying my lady, making the title My Lady Lisa. If indeed this is the case, and the subject was Lisa del Giocondo, the painting was meant to hang in the home of the Giocondo family to celebrate the birth of their second child. However, this is all speculation due to the uncertainty of the sitter. What we do know for certain is that the Mona Lisa was acquired after da Vinci's death in 1519 by Francis I, King of France. For centuries after, it remained within the halls of the French monarchy, hanging only in palaces. It wasn't until the French Revolution in 1789 that the Mona Lisa made its way from the greedy hands of the monarchy to the view of the people. Just kidding. Sure, it was seized by the rebellion and claimed as property of the French Republic, but Napoleon wanted it in his bedroom, which I'm sure you can guess was pretty inaccessible to the average person. So in the Palace of Tuileries in Paris is where it hung until 1804, where it was transferred to the Louvre Museum and finally available to the people. While known in the art world at this time, although not nearly as renowned, the Mona Lisa remained generally unknown to the public. It had a small cult following, but nothing compared to the publicity it has today, until August 21st, 1911. For over a day, no one noticed the Mona Lisa had been stolen. It wasn't uncommon for paintings to be taken down and cleaned or photographed, so a painting being gone wasn't an instant giveaway. It wasn't until a museum patron asked for it to be tracked down did concern arise. After a frantic search that yielded no results, the police were called, and an intense investigation began. Detectives dusted for fingerprints and circulated thousands of wanted posters of the painting throughout France. Famous poet Guillaume Apollinaire, after his claim saying the Louvre should be burned down, was first accused. He was arrested after police linked him to an earlier theft of ancient statuettes, stolen from the Louvre by his secretary. He was imprisoned, but not without first implicating his friend, Pablo Picasso, who had used the statuettes for models. However, due to lack of evidence, both men were let go and the real thief was nowhere to be found. Months droned on and the media put forth ever more elaborate stories. J.P. Morgan was said to have taken it for his private art collection, while others argued it was a geopolitical move by the Germans to disgrace the French. Possible sightings came in from all over the world, but after 2 years of no solid leads, many began to believe it was actually gone. Yet, all along, the painting remained in Paris. Sitting in a trunk with a false bottom in the apartment of a man named Vincenzo Perunga, the Mona Lisa remained for 2 years. Vincenzo Perunga was responsible for the construction of the glass casing around the Mona Lisa and was therefore questioned twice by police, although he was never really considered a suspect. It wasn't until December 1913 that Vincenzo's patience wore out. Under the alias Leonard, he contacted art dealer Alfredo Geri in Florence, informing him he had stolen the Mona Lisa and wanted it returned to Italy. Alfredo spoke with his associate Giovanni Poggi, curator of Uffizi Gallery, and both agreed to invite the seller to Italy. A few days later, in Vincenzo's hotel room, an object lying on the bed, wrapped in red silk, was unveiled to the shock of the buyers to be the perfectly intact Mona Lisa. The men immediately agreed to buy the painting for 500,000 lire and have it transported to the Uffizi Gallery. However, once in possession of the painting, they had experts authenticate it, confirming it was in fact the real Mona Lisa. On December 11, 1913, police descended on Vincenzo's hotel room and arrested him. Later, Vincenzo would say, "I fell victim to her smile and feasted my eyes on my treasure every evening. I fell in love with her." Hey man, if I stole the Mona Lisa, I'd probably be doing the same thing. When questioned on how he did it, he said he hid in a museum broom closet until closing and then just walked out with the painting. It's believed he was helping an associate make copies of the painting to then be sold throughout the world, but after 2 years of waiting, they got impatient and went to sell the real thing. For 2 weeks, the man who found the painting, Giovanni Poggi, was permitted to hang it in his museum gallery before going on an Italian tour until its eventual return to the Louvre. The theft of the Mona Lisa thrust the painting into international attention, creating the beginning of its popularity in the public eye. But still, it's just a somewhat average painting. Why is the world so obsessed? In 1919, a man named Marcel Duchamp would change pop culture for the next 100 years. On a postcard depicting the Mona Lisa, he drew a mustache and goatee, seemingly as a diss on the icon of feminine beauty. This is believed to be the first parody of the Mona Lisa and the start of the trend that would inevitably push it further into the collective consciousness of the general public. Since exploding onto the global stage, the Mona Lisa has continued to have its fair share of trials. In the 1950s, a man who claimed to be in love with the painting tried to steal it, but ended up just slashing it with a razor blade. Another attack in 1956 shattered the glass and chipped part of the painting. It was this attack that led to the protective bulletproof glass that guards her today. And thankfully so. 4 other attacks have occurred since, all with the potential to cause irreparable damage. One notable attempt involved a man disguised as a woman in a wheelchair, throwing cake, only to hit the bulletproof glass. The most recent attack happened in 2024, demonstrating how hot of a topic this painting continues to be. Every vandalism attempt has only increased its popularity and led directly to it holding the world record for the highest insured painting, valued at $1 billion in 2025 money. For over 500 years, the Mona Lisa has entranced and unsettled kings and beggars alike, with her wandering eyes and suspicious smile. Hopefully future generations will continue to enjoy its mysterious beauty and the memes that come with it. Thanks for tuning into Weird Universe. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.